Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, thank you for dropping in. Welcome. Hope you stay. Go ahead and make sure you stay by subscribing. Like, comment, share. It's free 99 and it definitely helps out the channel. But without further ado, if you read the title of this video, this is 10 habits for financial freedom. This is 10 habits that's going to change your life financially. So if you're looking to change some habits that you have, they say that it takes about 30 days to break a habit, a bad habit that is. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 10 habits that hopefully will change all that around. So on this channel, we talk about finance, we talk about investing, we talk about business, and everything in between. So if you like more content like that, definitely do your favor and go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, so what if I told you there were 10 simple habits that can change your life financially? I'm talking just little things that you do or that you can change to start doing, and that'll change you financially. Like you start seeing more money, your income increases, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to penny pinch no more, little things like that. I'm about to give you 10 simple habits that you can do today to start making that change. Let's get into it. So, real quick, the first one, habit number one, is automate your savings. Now, a lot of people don't realize what that means. So I made some notes, so I'm gonna just go over a little bit more in detail about that. But the first habit is to automate your savings. Now, I like to use the term. This involves paying yourself first. So if you, the main thing rich people do is pay themselves first. So if you can do that, you know, because you need money too, you need to eat too, you need to pay bills too. So if you can do that and make sure that you got your money and kind of like the pecking order of paying bills, you know, you pay from order of importance, you pay your bills. You need to put yourself in the front of that line of order of importance, you know, to make sure you pay. Because if you're not paid, then there's really no point in doing any of this because you need that money to pay your bills, so on and so forth. So make sure you pay yourself first. Just make sure that there's a way that you can set up automatic payments and to go ahead and like pay your bills. I don't personally use that, but I know there's some people that do. But there is software out there that'll help you do that. But mainly automatic transfers you can set up with your bank. So whoever you bank with, you can see if they have whatever option it is. All banks should have this option to make automatic transfers from an account to your savings account. So like whatever money that comes in is a certain amount of money that they can transfer from your account to a savings account. So that way it automatically just drops in there without you thinking about it. And it's a no-brainer. And I feel like if you're gonna do it that way, I would do it like that. So that way it's comes second to none. You're not thinking about it. It's done. You know, rip the band-aid off. You know, you don't have to think about it no more. So yeah, definitely look into setting up automatic transfers with your bank. Every bank is different. So just look into your bank and figure out how to do that with your bank. But yeah, set up automatic transfers to pay yourself first. That's the key. Habit number one, pay yourself first. Do that. Alright, so boom. Habit number two. We got habit number two, and that's track your spending. Now, this is gonna involve some self-awareness and some self-analysis when it comes to your spending, and that's gonna be so. The first step I would suggest is to gather all your expenses. Figure out, make a list of all your expenses from your water bill to your car note to the monthly fee that you pay for Netflix or whatever else you listen to. Just accumulate all that, put that together, and then I would even grab some like receipts. So like if you're a person that you know you eat out, you need to start accumulating those receipts, because I know you probably get the same order, and when you get that same order, you pay the same thing every time. So you need to factor that in too. If you're a person that eats out, or spends money on shoes, you need to factor that in too. To gather all your expenses and your receipts, and then this is like the first step of tracking your spending. So the importance of tracking your expenses is basically to understand where your money is going. I can't talk right now, so excuse my gibberish and me, tripping over my words. But yeah, so when it comes to tracking your spending, you need to figure out how much you're spending, where your money's going, and because you already know how much money is coming in, but you need to compare that to how much you're spending. So once you figure that out, then you basically take all your data, and there's a couple of budgeting apps out there. I recommend using budgeting apps to start off with. There's a few out there that you can use. Just go on Google Apps or the Play Store and figure out which ones are utilized for either beginners, or if you're a person that's already kind of financial savvy and you already know kind of how to budget and how to plan out, you basically already good to go. But there's some financial apps out there that'll help with budgeting specifically. So and you can also use spreadsheets. I think Google Excel is like a spreadsheet. You can make like a spreadsheet, and then you can like track your spending, and you can kind of like see and gauge where you're at when it comes to that. But yeah, definitely utilize that. There's all sorts of different ways, and it gives when you use a spreadsheet, it gives the viewers just a better example of you seeing how small adjustments can be made in your budget, and whether to add or to take away, or I can cut this bill. It just gives you a visual perspective on how your money is being spent and where your money is going. So that's a good standpoint to start with. Just track your spending, so that way you can get a good idea of where you're at and where you need to go. So yeah, that's habit number 2 is tracking your spending. Let's see what we have next. Alright, so we got habit number 3. And habit number 3 is setting financial goals. Now, I know a lot of people, the average person doesn't have financial goals. And what I mean by that is setting yourself with a goal that you want to achieve through your income, whether that's making more money, whether that's saving more money, whether that's having enough money to buy a house, whether that's having money to go on vacation or just a special trip. That's what I mean by financial goals, setting yourself up with something that you work towards financially, and you make those adjustments to reach that goal. So habit number 3 is setting financial goals. Now this could be anything, like I just said. It could be anything from buying your first car or buying a special car. It could be being able to pay off loans, to be debt free. It can also be to save up enough to, retire. So all these things are goals that you can set up for yourself, and that you can start visualizing and mapping out, strategizing how to get towards that goal. So with that, when you set up a financial goal, you're now, okay, this is where I want to go. How do I get there? Then you start mapping out, how do I get there, the steps that you need to take to get there. Then the next step I suggest is for you to execute those steps that are given for you to be able to reach that goal. And with that, you have a clear, concise map on how to get there. That it may not be a straight shot, but you have an idea on where you want to go. Not so much as how you're going to get there, but nonetheless, you're not so much. So yeah, start setting up some financial goals for yourself, and you're definitely going to think this. And write them down. Write down your financial goals. You know, keep reviewing your financial goals every day, you know, as a reminder, as a refresher to say, you know what, this is what I'm working towards. You know, it keeps the focus on what you're working towards, what you're trying to get to. So definitely start writing down your financial goals and start making some for yourself today. That's habit number 3. So let's see, got some more for y'all. I ain't stopped. Hey, if you definitely found this video helpful, go ahead and pause the video. Make sure you take some notes and make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you share, man. Definitely, it helps the channel. It's free 99, and I'm gonna be making more content just like this to just bring y'all value. I get on here to share what I've learned. And as I learn, I'll share it with y'all as I go, and that's just how I do. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you want more content like this. Do yourself a favor. And yeah, let's get into it. So the next we got habit number 4, and that's to build and maintain an emergency fund. Let's talk about it. Habit number 4: build and maintain an emergency fund. Now, the average person does not save, let alone save for an emergency. Now, you got people that may have like a savings account and they got some money in there, but they always dipping in it or they always taking money out. The purpose of saving money is to save for when you really need it. So saving for an emergency fund or a rainy day is the sole purpose of you having that money available for when you are in a jam and you need that money to help bail you out, or you need that money to help pay for something and you don't have no other funds coming in, or you have no other funds to dip in to help pay that bill or help pay that debt. So that's kind of the purpose of an emergency fund. You only dipping in for an emergency only. And building an emergency fund is one thing, but maintaining it is a whole nother ball game. It's a whole nother beast. So with those 2 factors, if you can build up a nest egg of a cushion, I look at it as a cushion. When you build up a cushion of emergency funds that you can have for, like, say if your car breaks down. It's been times where my car broke down and I ain't have no money for like the repairs or extra parts or anything like that at the time. So, you know, I was in a jam, or having that extra money, you know, to make sure that you good on bills or groceries, and there's a whole slew of things that an emergency fund can come in handy for. So that's why it's really important for you to be able to build that emergency fund, and at the same time have the know-how of maintaining it, and the discipline, the discipline. And discipline is a big thing, and that's going to be a big part of the financial world, period, and a big part of your success in building up your wealth, because when it comes to building up a financial base, a strong financial base, discipline is one of the biggest factors in that. And that right there is gonna aid you in so many things. So one of the main things of building and maintaining an emergency fund is defining what an emergency fund is. The purpose, like I said, is mainly to help you in a jam. It's there to cushion the blow of financial hardships and to get you out of a pickle when you need it. It also offers you peace of mind, and I feel like, you know, who doesn't want that? You know, to not feel overwhelmed, not to feel stressed. worry about it. You have it, it's there, you take care of what you need to take care of, it's done. So here's my suggestion. I suggest aiming for at least 3 to 6 months of you being able to have a cushion of money that if you fell short on bills, if you fell short on your car note, if you got into an accident, anything like that, you had 3 to 6 months of a cushion for you to be able to figure out something else, or for you to be able to